Hello everyone, it's Sigga here, and today I am going to be decorating that beautiful Graphic 45 box with this stunning collection Charmed Deluxe or Steampunk Spells, collection, along with some metal embellishments and my favorite part, the matte pearls, and of course a flower or two. I adore this collection. There are so many pieces to be cut out. Fussy cutting is such a joy with this collection. I mean, look at those balloons. Aren't they pretty? Love them. And I had such a great time fussy cutting all these bits from the pattern papers, because you can get so much out of each and every paper. And these are actually great fronts for cards, by the way. And now that I have actually fussy cut everything that I need to use in my creation, I am going to be inking the edges with the black ink from Graphic 45. This gives me a bit more, I don't know, about vintagey feel to it, I guess, and also it hides any imperfection in my cutting. And when I finished inking all of the fussy cut items, I'm using the same ink to ink the edges of my box, both the actual box and the lid. Now I'm doing this to give it even a bit more of a vintagey feel, and well, by doing the black inking I am kind of creating, I know, a spooky feel, I guess, or a bit steampunky, however you measure that, but whatever that is. It works for me. Now next I'm just using my ruler to measure the inside of the box and the both the bottom and the side, because I want to decorate the inside of the box with patterned paper as well as the outside and the lid. And then I just cut the papers to the measurements that I have actually written down, make sure these actually fit and all that stuff. And now I like to use liquid adhesive for this. This just gives me a bit more wiggle room, and if I actually make a mistake, I will be able, or most likely be able, to rectify it in one way or another. Another advantage of using liquid glue is that it gets in every nook and cranny. Sorry about my hat being in the way. It can get everywhere so that you won't have any edges showing and stuff like that. You can always add a bit too much to the end if you actually missed a bit, so I do like that. But I also use a bone folder to press the paper in to make sure everything is actually stuck together and that there are no air bubbles or anything here or there, or at least trying to avoid them. If they are, well, it happens. This is a handmade item, so it will happen, and I'm good with that. But that little bone folder does help me a bit. And now the inside is finished, looking oh so pretty. And now I actually did the same thing for the outside bottom of the box, and now I am decorating the sides of the lid with another pattern paper. And I won't be adding pattern paper to the lid, not in this fashion at least, because I am using all the die cutting pieces to decorate the lid. So because the box is open, but I'm going to make it into a closed one, and I'll show you how I do that. Now the box is ready, and well, I guess the gap is still there, but I am using those die cut pieces. Love this one, by the way. I love that woman. Oh, I want that outfit as well, and the bike, and the raven, well, everything. And then I'm just placing the balloons I had already fussy cut, see where I want things to be, get an idea what things look like and all that stuff. And just basically playing and having fun, figure out what I want to do here and there. Not stressing too much to make anything perfect, just figuring out what works for me. And then I use the liquid glue as well, and I'm just winging it where I put adhesive. If I put adhesive somewhere that I don't want it, I'll just wipe it away. And I'm using a tiny bit of cloth here to help it press in. You of course don't need to, I just find it quite handy because that way I can also clean up any glue that is sticking in the wrong place. And this is so therapeutic and just so fun to do. Just making sure that it's stuck. And like I say, if there's a gap, I can always add glue to those specific spots. And now I put the lovely lady on front to figure out what I want on the other side. But I'm not being too stressful at covering the whole gap, because I will be adding pattern paper on the inside to cover up all the backings of the fussy cutting items. So I'm not being too precise in covering the whole thing, just making sure that I want the front or the lid to look the way I want it to be. And just for added dimension and just, well, interest, I added several pieces more that have foam adhesive. So you get a bit of dimension as well. I think it adds to the whimsical theme of this box. And as you see, I'm not going logical in any way, shape or form because, well, this paper is not about logic. It is about having fun and enjoying all those pretty papers and just highlighting them here and there. Just love that. And yes, I'm using a lot of foam tape because I want to make sure that things are stuck. Nothing is going to be moving around or gaps or anything anywhere. I want this to be really usable, so the person I'm giving this to can actually use it for anything that they want, not just to look pretty or anything like that. That it can be used. And then I want to add even more texture to this lid. So I am taking some of the metal charms. These are the clocks and one of the keys, because I just want to add a bit of fun, I guess, fun and interest and dimension. And then of course I am adding several flowers because, well, everything is better with flowers. And I do love the added dimension that these flowers add to this lid. Just love them to bits. And of course I can never stop at flowers, and I always need my favorite embellishment, which is the matte pearls from Graphic 45. Absolutely love them. And here's the box finished. I hope you like it. See you next time. Bye.